As the cliche goes, April showers bring May flowers. But usually what comes after is the heat and dryness of summer. Hello again, Essay here. And before the hot weather of the holiday shows up, you should indulge in my new short story, The White Cat, a free exclusive on Substack. The links are down below in description. Join Margot Thompson, a beautiful stage actress and recent widow who finds salvation in the form of a white cat during a night of terror. While checking out my oddball thriller, remember that my Glitch series is still available at Amazon and Barnes & Noble. The links are down below in the description. While you'll find my peculiar story about a white pussy entertaining, that doesn't mean I'm out of ideas. I still have more stories coming down the pike, so as long as I don't run into any mishaps, you'll see those stories as well. Now let's get back to the video. Hello again, Essay here. Back when I was a wee little kid, my family, who wasn't rich, we would occasionally go to Disneyland, down there in Anaheim. And believe me, it was fun going down there. Oh yeah, loved it. I mean, Tomorrowland, the damn Autobahn thing, the damn jungle thing, where you go into the jungle and you go around the various animatronic things. Even the Abraham Lincoln display, where they had a robot Abraham Lincoln and it would stand up and would talk to you. Yeah, love that stuff. And of course, the funny thing is, amongst the attractions was the Main Street, where you would have Goofy and Mickey and Minnie Mouse and Donald Duck out there entertaining the people. And of course, it was a fun time. Yeah, really fun. And wait for it, anyone who remembers Six Flags, no, the original one, not the one that came later, back east, they had similar characters. Like, because I remember, because actually they filmed, what do they call it, Bush, I think it was called Bush Park, somewhere back east. It was the Banana Splits. And everyone who remembers Sid and Marty Krofft knows what I'm talking about, the Banana Splits. I mean, these characters were goofy, they're ridiculous, they had these weird costumes and these animatronic heads that the eyes would move and the mouth would move, and it was someone inside the suit. Yeah. I mean, anyone who remembers Sid and Marty Krofft knows what I'm talking about. I mean, like H&R Puffin stuff. Yeah, remember that stupid show? Yeah. But this video is not about that childhood memories of old. No, this video is about the present day. And the present day, you see the same thing, except it's not happening at theme parks or on Saturday morning TV shows. No, it's happening in schools. You say, what? Yeah. Except these people are not being paid to do it. They're doing it because they actually believe they are a duck, a mouse, a dog, a cat. And you say, what? Yeah. In fact, these people have a name for it. They call themselves furries. And you say, furries? Yeah. Now, the origin of furries is kind of murky. But one can only presume that it has something to do with social media. And you say, oh, that again? Yeah. But it's not, I think it's more than social media. I think it's also has to do with mental illness. And you say, oh, people are crazy. Yeah, people are nuts. But now this is where things were a little off the rails. Because back in the 20th century, when I was young, you occasionally had people who were nuts, people who were bonkers, people who were, cuckoo for Cocoa Puffs. But you know what you did with them? You used to lock them in an insane asylum and put them up full of drugs and have the psychiatrist talk to them and say, okay, when did you started feeling as if you were no longer human and you wanted to be a four-legged beastie? Yeah. Well, guess what? Here and now in the 2020s, that's not happening. Indeed, it appears that there are people who are supposed to be responsible, people such as principals, school superintendents, even school boards, who are encouraging this. And you say, why? I don't rightly know. It makes no sense to me. Because back when I was a kid, they used to have a special class. And you say, the special class. Yeah, some of you know what I'm talking about, the special class. Yeah. And believe me, when you were a kid, back in my day, you didn't want to be in a special class in the short bus. No, you didn't want to be in that. Didn't want to be in that room, because everybody in that room was bonkers, and not in a good way, in a bad way. Yeah, someone must have dropped them on their head and punned them across the room. That's why they were all, scramble brain. But apparently, in the here and now, they're putting the kids that should be in a special class amongst the regular students. And you know what? It ain't working out. Now, I'm going to show you a video from that English dude, Paul Joseph Watson. Smart dude, a little goofy, but he's a smart dude. Now, he gives you the nuts and bolts about this furry stuff. Now, I thought I knew something about it, but he knows it all. I mean, he really did his homework. Okay, are you ready? Here we go.
Did you hear about the worrying new epidemic? Schools across America are on high alert for an outbreak of furries.
What the fuck is this one? Hey, Bart! Oh, hell no. Y'all niggas wildin' on my mama.
Do not make fun of her.
What the fuck? Talking about do not make fun of this. What the fuck is this? Y'all niggas doing this shit in public?
What was once a bizarre, obscure subculture, young people pretending to be animals, even adopting fursona costumes, is now exploding into the playground and classrooms to the extent that pupils and parents at a middle school in Utah staged a protest against it.
We the people, not the animals! We the people, not the animals!
After furries began growling, barking, pouncing on them, even biting them, as well as spraying Febreze in their eyes.
They attack us! They bite us and we just kick them! We get in trouble! They attack us! They attack us and we get in trouble!
How else do they attack you guys?
They either bite us, they scratch us.
The kids say they're being constantly harassed and assaulted.
Reports of harassment.
Okay. You guys cannot record me without my permission!
This is video a Nebo Middle School student took last week. Parents say there's an issue between some students and others who call themselves furries.
But teachers, fresh from their diversity and inclusivity training, took the side of the furries and blamed them.
The principal doesn't make them get in trouble. Yeah. All the principal says is just be kind, be nice, be nice.
The kids claim that the school's demand for tolerance is driven by the fact that the principal's own child is a furry.
These kids are mentally ill and they're trying to force their illness upon us. They're wearing animal costumes, they're growling at us, barking at us in class, and it's very distracting, and we just want to come to school to learn.
They're barking at you in class?
Yeah.
Then the media got involved and together with the school began gaslighting everyone by claiming the entire thing was just rumours run wild, a hoax, a moral panic.
But how much of that discontent is fueled by rumor?
Seth Sorensen says no one was scratching or biting anyone, and that there are a lot of untrue rumors going around.
It actually is not something that's been occurring. In fact, a lot of the information that's been put out there is completely incorrect.
Salt Lake Tribune then fact-checked the issue, admitting that the students were wearing animal ears and acting like animals, but that they weren't furries. They're basically just demonising the dozens of kids who protested about it as liars.
So we can't talk or say anything to the furries or even look at them, but they can come look at us and they can say stuff to us and touch us.
But Utah Parents United issued a statement saying they had confirmed the reports, which even includes students chewing on sticks in class. And when they complained about the threatening and inappropriate behaviour, they were basically told to just shut up and accept it in the name of diversity and inclusion, highlighting the insanity of the school's position. In comparison, an actual furry sounded like the voice of reason and said it should be kept out of schools.
Strudel believes there should be some limits.
Continue doing things you like, continue dressing up, continue making art, but maybe let's keep it outside of school hours.
Yeah, when someone in a giant dog costume calling themselves Strudel makes you look stupid.
Thank you.
Chances are you've come down on the wrong side of the issue. According to the kids, the furries even have a panther den, which the other children aren't allowed to go in.
And if you walk in the panther den, they'll say, "Hey, get out, you can't be annoying the furries." If you go close to them, they'll get on all fours and come bark at you.
There's apparently video of these furries interrupting class, but the student who filmed it was the one who got reprimanded.
My son had taken some videos and showed me, so when I called the school that afternoon, Mr. James had told me that he wasn't aware of any of them wearing masks, and when I told my son that that's who I had spoke to,
He was
said,
the one that told me to stop talking to him.
to stop recording.
Oh, really?
Yeah.
They didn't want you recording the furries?
So when I went in the next morning to talk to him, I was like, well, I thought you didn't know about them, then why were you the one that told my son to stop recording?
We're still waiting on a comment from the governor of Utah.
And my preferred pronouns are he, him, and his.
But the media narrative that this is all a contrived panic and that it's not actually happening is one that we've seen replicated here in the UK. But even in my local village, and this hasn't even made the news, suggesting how widespread it is, there are kids in school who identify as cats and demand and are given litter trays and are allowed to meow in class. I've spoke to locals in the school who saw it happen. Yet there's entire Wikipedia pages dedicated to the litter box hoax. It's not a hoax, it's literally happening down the road from where I live. Don't be surprised when a generation who's told that they can identify as infinity different genders start to identify as cats and dogs. Don't be surprised at the consequences of social engineering when this is what's being shown to 4th graders at an elementary school in Georgia.
And we could try to meow. 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 Meow.
He thinks he's a cat.
He thinks he's a cat?
Yeah, it's weird.
It's not weird, just different. I couldn't ask Barry to change who he is. That would make him really sad.
It's even being normalised in daytime TV soaps.
Oh, yes! I love it!
There's a lot of prejudice around furries, especially the ones with personas. So dressing up as an animal is normal behaviour. It's no different to dressing up as any other character.
The furry subculture is growing to such an extent in schools. The Our Safer Schools website has a lengthy advisory page for teachers dedicated to it. The most alarming takeaway? A young person adopting a fursona can take on a subjective age, meaning behind the costume a minor can identify as an adult. They warn that online wrong'uns are pretending to be into furry subculture as an excuse to talk to and nonce on kids. Strange, isn't it, how these kinds of things always seem to end up back there.
You saw that, right? Yeah. Now, like I said, in my day, all those people running around thinking they're cats and dogs and parakeets, and they're actually coming to school wearing costumes and everything, and sitting there barking and meowing in class? I mean, oh, no. Hell no. That shit would not be tolerated back when I was a kid. I mean, you start acting like goofy like that in the class, they're first gonna take you down to the damn principal's office and have a little talk with you, and they're gonna bring your parents in the room. And then you're going to have to talk with them too. And then two things going to happen. Either A, you're going to get self-suspended, or B, you're going to end up in a special class. Rest of the retards. Yeah, that's right. I said it. Retards. But the question is this. Considering modern social media and modern internet culture, are these people sincere? Are they sincerely nuts? Or is it all an act? Because anyone's ever been to Comic-Con? I've been to Comic-Con. Yeah. No, here in California, we had a Comic-Con once down there at the Staples Center. I was down there. And yeah, you had a bunch of people dressed up as Spider-Man, Wonder Woman, a bunch of anime characters that you would have to really be an anime to understand who the hell they were. All these crazy elaborate costumes. But guess what? Those people are just LARPing. Yeah. You think those people go to their regular job at the damn 7-Eleven or damn stupid Walmart wearing their damn Spider-Man or their damn Superman or Batman outfit? I'm thinking no. I'm thinking no. But with this furry deal going on, I mean, it's total wackadoodle to the 9th degree. I'm not even playing. And of course, as you saw in that video, the damn people supposed to be in charge, they're encouraging this stuff. And then you say, why are they encouraging it? Well, recently I saw a video by Jordan Peterson, and I found it very insightful. Now, of course, he wasn't talking about furries, but he was talking about women, men, and masculine culture. And in his video, he spoke about how because of modern upward mobility of women and the discounting of men in the family, you know, all those single mothers out there, you had a confluence of events that resulted in not only men being basically pushed out of the family unit, but women who are upwardly mobile, you know, all those lady bosses you see like in Fortune 500 companies. Yeah, those types. They concluded that not only are men unnecessary, but that men, anything that's connected with men and masculinity is like dangerous to society. And you say, what? Yeah. How many times you heard that phrase of toxic masculinity? Yeah, that didn't happen in a vacuum. But anyway, Jordan Peterson said something very telling. I remember he said that because of this female culture that's prevalent currently in the it's been a long time coming, at least since the beginning of the century, since the century began. He said that because of this, women have decided that not only is masculinity toxic, that it's dangerous and it needs to be stamped out. And then you say, well, what does that do with furries? I'm getting that part. And he said that in its replacement would be a more motherly, caring culture. You know, like matriarchy. And you say, oh, yeah, but I'm not finished yet. This is the part that was like a kick right in the teeth. Are you ready? He then said that because these females who have placed themselves in positions of power, you know, across the spectrum, we're talking academia, business, you name it, have decided that masculinity is the enemy and needs to be stamped out and replaced with femininity. One of the aspects of modern female culture, modern female liberal culture, is tolerance. Tolerance in the extreme. And then you say, so what does that do with furries? I'm getting that part. Jordan Peterson basically said that because of this, a lot of things that would not be tolerated, such as furries, in schools, with full costumes, barking like dogs and cats is tolerated because of the matriarchy culture that is basically being bulldozing and pushing masculinity and masculine culture out of society. You get it now? Yeah. In other words, to loosely quote the Joker from the excellent Dark Knight film, it's all part of the plan. Yeah. In other words, all these females in positions of power and positions of authority, whether it be in the school systems, whether it be in business, whether it be in Hollywood, oh boy, you know, the entertainment industry, basically claiming that all things masculine is toxic and needs to be removed, replaced with femininity and tolerance, is basically opening the floodgates to all sorts of mayhem, insanity, and just tomfoolery that would not have been tolerated just a few short decades ago. So there you go. So what can we do about it? Only one thing you can do. Push back. Push back against this encroaching matriarchy trying to bulldoze society and basically bring masculinity back. Because believe me, if you had more men with balls, not soy boys, in these institutions, such as schools, such as business, such as the entertainment industry, a lot of nonsense and tomfoolery that are currently being tolerated because of would not be tolerated. Because someone a lot smarter than me once said that a democracy, American democracy, is like a bird. It needs two wings to fly, a left wing and a right wing. Well, modern culture, it also needs two wings to fly. It needs a mother and a father. It needs the masculine, but also needs the feminine. It can't be all masculine, it can't be all feminine, because you'll either have a society that basically goes off the rails and tolerates everything, or you have a society that is basically like ancient Sparta, all brute force and intolerance. There has to be a balance between the two. It can't be all one way, it can't be all the other way. And the fact that too many females have basically ruled the roost and taken over these institutions are basically pushing through things that should not be tolerated in the name of tolerance shows why, as you saw in that video, now it's in Utah. Utah tends to be the conservative location, so it tells you right there, even there, the too many matriarchal tenants are basically ruling the roost there, and they need to basically sort their shit out. Excuse my French. Question is, will it happen? I don't know. Now, old Tim Pool, he said not too long ago, in fact he said more than once, that he said that Gen Z is becoming more conservative than the millennial crowd, and that Gen Alpha will likely be more conservative and potentially more masculine than Gen Z. Is he correct? I don't know. Will it help society balance itself? God willing, hopefully. Because what's going on now is unsustainable. I mean, our society will likely completely break. And you say break how? Are you kidding? Did you ever see Mad Max Beyond Thunderdome? Or how about Max Fury Road. Yeah. Break like that. Where society basically crumbles and then something replaces it. Something really awful. Yeah. Well, that's what I say about the nonsense involving Furies or furries. That's my opinion.